In the heart of the enchanted forest, nestled within the branches of a towering silver birch tree, was Twinkle's home. It was a cozy nook, adorned with twinkling fireflies and soft moss. That night, under a blanket of stars, Twinkle was awakened by a soft, enchanting whisper. It seemed to dance with the wind, gently calling, "Twinkle, twinkle," a melody as captivating as the sparkle of her wings. Intrigued by the mysterious voice, Twinkle fluttered to Mr. Hoot, the wise old owl who lived in the tallest oak. With eyes like polished moonstones, Mr. Hoot listened intently to Twinkle's tale. "The forest is full of mysteries," he hooted thoughtfully. "Follow the whisper, but be cautious, little sprite. The unknown parts of the forest can be as tricky as they are wondrous." Determined to uncover the source of the whisper, Twinkle prepared for her journey. She filled a tiny satchel with nectar sandwiches and a flask of dewdrop juice, sparkling under the moonlight. She donned her acorn cap for luck and wrapped her gossamer scarf around her neck, ready to embark on her nocturnal adventure. As Twinkle ventured deeper into the forest, the whisper grew clearer and more melodic. It seemed to be guiding her, a symphony of soft tones floating through the trees. The forest, bathed in moonlight, seemed alive with enchantment, each leaf and branch urging her gently onward. Along her path, Twinkle encountered Mrs. Scurry, the friendly squirrel. Mrs. Scurry twitched her fluffy tail in excitement. "Be wary of the thorny brambles and tricky roots on the hidden path," she advised, nibbling on an acorn. "But oh, what stories you'll have to tell if you find what's whispering." Guided by the whisper and the moon's silvery glow, Twinkle discovered a hidden path. It was a narrow trail, veiled by hanging vines and guarded by ancient trees. As she entered, the glowing mushrooms along the path lit up, as if welcoming her. The leaves rustled, whispering encouragements, and the adventure into the unknown began. Twinkle, filled with courage and curiosity, stepped onto the hidden path. The trail was narrow and lined with ancient trees that whispered old secrets. The moon cast a silvery light, creating a magical atmosphere. Twinkle's heart fluttered with excitement as she ventured deeper into the unknown. As she moved forward, Twinkle encountered a field of extraordinary flowers that hummed soft melodies. Each bloom seemed to sing a different tune, creating a symphony of natural sounds. Twinkle was mesmerized by this musical wonder and felt as if the flowers were guiding her further along the path. In the midst of her journey, Twinkle met a wise old hedgehog named Mr. Prickle. He warned her of a tricky part of the path ahead but offered her a map made of leaves that would help her navigate. Grateful, Twinkle thanked Mr. Prickle and continued on her way, map in hand. Twinkle reached a babbling brook, its waters sparkling under the starlit sky. She needed to cross it to continue her journey. Using the stepping stones that glowed faintly in the dark, Twinkle carefully made her way across, enchanted by the brook's gentle whispers and the cool touch of the night air. After crossing the brook, Twinkle found herself in a clearing where the moonlight seemed to gather and glow more brightly. The grass shimmered like a blanket of diamonds, and in the center of the clearing stood a majestic, ancient tree that seemed to radiate a gentle power. As Twinkle approached the tree, she noticed carvings on its trunk that glowed with a soft, blue light. The carvings formed words in the ancient language of the forest. Twinkle, With her knowledge of 4 languages, deciphered the message. The heart of the forest holds a key. Pondering this mysterious message, Twinkle felt a surge of excitement. She knew her adventure was leading her to something extraordinary. Twinkle's journey along the hidden path was proving to be full of wonder and surprises. With each step, she felt more connected to the secrets of the enchanted forest, eager to discover what lay ahead. Carrying the mysterious message in her heart, Twinkle ventured further into the forest. The trees grew taller, and the air hummed with a magical energy. She followed a trail of luminescent moss, which led her to an area she had never explored before. As the dense trees parted, Twinkle found herself before a breathtaking pond. Its waters shimmered with iridescent colors under the moon's gentle glow. The surface of the pond was so clear that it perfectly mirrored the night sky, making it appear as if stars were floating in its depths. Leaning closer to the water, Twinkle listened intently. She heard soft whispers, not from the wind or the trees, but from the pond itself. It spoke in riddles, hinting at a hidden truth lying beneath its surface. Suddenly, a wise-looking turtle, Mr. Shell, emerged from the water. He told Twinkle about an ancient legend of the enchanted pond. At its bottom lay a moonstone, a gem with the power to reveal the deepest secrets of the forest. Fueled by curiosity and a sense of adventure, Twinkle decided to dive into the pond to find the moonstone. She took a deep breath and plunged into the cool, starlit waters, her wings shimmering as she swam deeper. Amidst the underwater plants and twinkling aquatic life, Twinkle finally found the moonstone. It glowed with a soft, lunar light, pulsating with ancient magic. As she touched it, a wave of understanding swept over her. She could now sense the heartbeat of the forest and hear the unspoken words of its creatures. With the moonstone's power, Twinkle realized she had a deeper connection to the enchanted forest than she ever imagined. As she emerged from the pond, the forest seemed to welcome her with open arms, ready to share its oldest and most sacred secrets. Clutching the moonstone, Twinkle felt a newfound bond with the forest. Her senses were heightened, and she could understand the language of the leaves and the whispers of the wind. With this deeper understanding, she ventured further, guided by the forest's subtle cues. As she walked, the trees around her seemed to sway in unison, creating a soft, rustling music. It was as if they were speaking to her, guiding her path. Twinkle, in awe, listened and followed the gentle guidance of the swaying branches. In a moonlit clearing, Twinkle came across a family of foxes. With the moonstone's power, she could understand their playful chatter. They spoke of a hidden grove where the oldest tree in the forest stood, a place of great wisdom and magic. As night deepened, thousands of fireflies emerged, dancing around Twinkle in a mesmerizing display. They illuminated her path, leading her through the darker parts of the forest with their soft, golden light. Finally, Twinkle reached the ancient grove. In its heart stood the oldest tree, grand and wise. Its bark was inscribed with more glowing runes, a deeper part of the message she had found earlier. The tree's presence was calming and majestic, and Twinkle felt a profound respect for this ancient being. The oldest tree spoke to Twinkle in a deep, resonant voice, revealing a secret. The forest was in danger, its magic weakening due to a distant darkness. Twinkle was chosen by the moonstone to restore the balance. She needed to find the heart of The forest, a mystical source of the forest's life and magic. Armed with this knowledge and a sense of purpose, Twinkle knew what she had to do. She thanked the ancient tree and prepared for the final part of her journey to find the heart of the forest and save her beloved home. With the wisdom imparted by the oldest tree, Twinkle set off to find the heart of the forest. Her path was illuminated by the gentle glow of the moonstone and the soft light of the fireflies that continued to accompany her. Twinkle ventured through an enchanted glade where the plants and flowers seemed to move and make way for her, as if recognizing her quest. The colors here were more vibrant, and the air was filled with a sweet, energizing fragrance. As she moved deeper into the forest, a harmonious melody filled the air. It was a song of the forest itself, a symphony of leaves rustling, branches swaying, and streams flowing. This melody guided Twinkle, growing stronger as she neared her destination. Along her path, Twinkle was joined by various forest creatures, rabbits, deer, birds, and even Mr. Hoot and Mrs. Scurry. They seemed to understand the importance of her journey and followed, offering their silent support. In the deepest part of the forest, Twinkle found a radiant clearing, where a beam of moonlight illuminated a small, pulsating crystal embedded in the ground, the heart of the forest. It was a source of pure, untainted magic, currently dimmed by the encroaching darkness. Knowing what she had to do, Twinkle placed the moonstone next to the heart. A brilliant light erupted as the two sources of magic connected, spreading throughout the forest. The weakening magic was reinvigorated, the balance restored. The forest, lit up with life and energy, brighter and more vibrant than ever. As the first light of dawn broke, the creatures of the forest gathered around Twinkle, celebrating the return of their forest's magic. Twinkle, with a heart full of joy, knew that her journey was not just about discovery, but also about the unity and strength of all who called the forest home. And so, Twinkle's adventure came to a beautiful end, with the enchanted forest thriving once again, a testament to the bravery and spirit of the little forest sprite who followed the whispers of the night. As the first rays of sunrise touched the enchanted forest, the creatures gathered in the radiant clearing. The forest was alive with renewed magic, and there was a sense of peace and harmony in the air. Twinkle, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment, watched as the forest awoke with vibrant colors and joyful sounds. One by one, the animals of the forest approached Twinkle, each expressing their gratitude in their unique way. Mr. Hoot hooted a wise tune. Mrs. Scurry presented Twinkle with a crown woven from the finest leaves and flowers, and the foxes danced around her in a show of thanks. To celebrate the restored magic of the forest and the unity of its inhabitants, a festival was declared. Twinkle, honored as a guest of the day, was at the heart of the celebrations. The clearing was filled with laughter, music, and dancing. As the evening approached, the fireflies, who had been Twinkle's guides, created a spectacular light show. Their dance was a mesmerizing display of gratitude and joy, illuminating the forest with a magical glow. Amidst the festivities, Twinkle took a moment to reflect on her journey. She realized that the adventure had not only changed the forest but also herself. She had grown braver, wiser, and more in tune with the world around her. As the night fell, the creatures of the forest gathered too. Here Twinkle shared her story. She spoke of the moonstone, the heart of the forest, and the importance of unity and balance. The story of Twinkle's adventure would be told for generations, inspiring others to care for and protect the magic of their natural world. With the stars twinkling above and the gentle hum of the forest all around, Twinkle felt a deep connection to her home. The adventure had come to an end, but the magic and the memories would live on forever in the heart of the enchanted forest.